Good morning. Welcome to the Black Girl Magic Hour.
Descents are about to get delightful.
Don't you feel like the Titanic's gone down? We're on the piece of wood. We're like, oh, that's a good. Oh, good. We got Justice Jackson. Oh, that's a good thing. Oh, that's nice.
I really want descents to be given live now, and I think Ketanji should always give them, and I think they all need to start with, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you
every single one.
Yes. And I'm telling you, have we talked about, we need to explore backup judges, okay?
Yeah.
And I want to nominate Frangela as the first backup judges.
Yes, please. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Backup judges have no voting authority.
I want to hear her speak pure Frangelese to the other justices now. Just, there was a time in America, girl. Am I right, Sonia? There was a time. Yeah. Can you wax that pony twice, Clarence? No, you cannot. I not boo-boo the fool up in here. Don't you think?
Fat meat is greasy. Fat meat is greasy. Alito.
Oh. You throw rice at me.
Can I have another biscuit? Can I have another biscuit? Thank you.
Right?
Wow.
All day long.
Because he does all the biscuits.
Wow.
He does all the biscuits.
I understand.
Okay. Justice Uncle Clarence Thomas, love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Frangela, it's been a week. I'm just saying. That was a moment of light in just a week of darkness, don't you think?
Yeah. And I think I'm trying to look at it as more than a moment of light, as a warning light to those who have been in our way, to those who are against us. This is just the first Black woman you're going to have to deal with. Mm-hmm. It's just the first. It's coming. We're coming for all of it. All of it.
Yeah. Let's get Brittany Griner back and put her on the Supreme Court in the same.
Yes.
Bam.
Right.
Bam.
Okay. Yeah. We keep saying this over and over, but it is just, there is no reason we can't expand the court. Mitch McConnell would do it in a half a second if it was reversed.
Oh, and he will. See, just to be that kind of man, he will do it when they don't need to.
He's 100% that bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't even need a DNA test.
Nope.
No.
I
don't think he has DNA.
Can you do that with a turtle?
I don't know. You don't get it from the shell. You got to get in there. Okay.
That's all on you.
Yeah. All right. Can I just say, we were just talking to John about that Mark Meadows, who is up to Mike Pence's albino eyebrows in this, texted Bill Barr on November 10th, all these crazy conspiracy theories that they had to investigate, but he texted him a PDF file labeled Carone Affidavit. You know that is? That crazy bitch Melissa Carone. Remember the crazy drunk lady?
Yeah.
Remember I did her for Sexy Liberal?
Oh, yeah.
With the beehive hair we thought was Victoria Jackson?
The one that Rudy Giuliani farted
It's like,
on.
what'd you do to the machine?
She's one of my
Did you take them somewhere else and do something soon? Even Rudy was like, wow, dial it back. How much have you had to drink? Like, remember
How
her?
about that?
He texted her to Bill Barr. She had election claims at a vote counting center in Detroit, remember, including allegations she saw ballots illegally scanned multiple times and vans meant to bring in meals were hiding tens of thousands of ballots. A county judge ruled her allegations were. And so she and Rudy, remember that hearing? They'd both obviously been out drinking, and he was farting. That's all I remember. Is she was drunk and he was farting a lot. That was not the shoe polish one, but oh my God. They were investigating this at the highest levels of the government, right?
Mm-hmm. All conspiracy.
Yes.
Every conspiracy. I mean, the crazier, the better. That's why we have a fulsome QAnon cult existing in America right now. Is because that's all they did was give breath and life to conspiracy.
Yeah. And by the way, speaking of at the Supreme Court, the United States Supreme Court says it will review whether state legislatures have the authority to ignore courts on election rules, even if they're found to be unconstitutional. The High Court will hear a North Carolina case on the dubious independent state legislature theory. This is why we keep saying this is so critical. This is ongoing, this coup. There has got to be consequences because this is what they are. It is right in front of our face.
You know, right. Angela brought this up on our podcast, The Final Word, yesterday.
I highly recommend it. I yelped the bejesus out of that. Go ahead.
And and she was saying, I am sick and tired of just being told to go and vote in November. What happens right now?
Right.
What
Right now.
happens?
All of the above. By every means necessary, we need to fight everything.
That's what I'm saying. Of course, we need to vote in November,
Yeah.
but we did it in 2020.
Right.
We did it in 2020.
Right.
Yesterday, Francis and I signed a document with 2 other people. All of us put that it was the year 2020.
Yeah.
And it really affected me because I was like, wow, all of us unconsciously, this is another person in us, put the wrong year, and that year was 2020 because we are stopped there. We are stuck there, and I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and we were saying that, this is what, Travis, this is just the latest one, right? Video shows Proud Boys storming a scheduled Rainbow Storytime program in a reading room in Indiana Public Library. That was this week's. This happens every week. Demanding the event be shut down. It shows the men badgering library staff for 45 minutes, accusing them of pushing perversion on children, grooming, blah, blah, blah. I mean, Republicans legislate this hate, and then these fringe groups go and these radical groups go and try to enforce it. It's all one thing. There's no fringe anymore. This is, the Proud Boys and the, what do you call it? Who's the Oath Keeper guy?
Oath Keepers.
One good
But
eye.
the argument is that they've always done this. That's what the Klan was. The Klan was an unofficial branch of the government. The police came out of the Klan. These organizations have always functioned in this way, in tandem. We'll pass the laws, you create the terror so that they can be enforced.
Yeah. Yes.
That is exactly what this is. It's government sponsored, by parts of our government sponsored domestic terrorism. And if we're not willing to deal with that, then we aren't a country.
Just like January 6th, it enables and incites those people. The official all the way up to the top, and now we see all the way up to the top, Proud Boys and Oath Keepers working in concert with all of them up to the top.
They were
Giuliani,
embraced,
Trump, right?
Embraced, included in part of the plan. And I also just have to say this as a mom whose kid just started working at the public library, right, in my community. You're supposed to, you send your child to the library.
The library.
It's supposed to be the safest place.
That's right.
One of the safest places besides school, and I'm so sorry, Uvalde, and and every other school.
Church.
But it's supposed to be safe. Your child should not be attacked.
Yeah.
Or exposed.
At reading time. At Rainbow reading time, that's the enemy. That's who they got up and got holstered for. See, they don't know how to really fight. Why don't you fight some people who can really fight you back for once?
Yeah. The Vegas man facing felony charges for his alleged role in the January 6th attack is now cooperating with federal investigators. He's he accused of a plot to bring firearms to the Capitol. I mean, what we learned this week is so critical. It's the crux of it. Trump knew they were armed. He didn't care. Take down the effing mags. They're not here to hurt me. I mean, it is, as Glenn Kirshner told us earlier, that's what else do we need, right? I mean, this was a absolute. Well, remember it wasn't armed, so it wasn't an insurrection. Trump tries to deny it. We have the video of the guys with guns in the trees, right?
Mm-hmm. And the audio of the police telling each other and the Secret Service. There's just before Trump's even on stage, there's no denying and no doubt that these people, they knew days before, and I think were planning months before that they were going to be armed, but they knew this was going to be dangerous, and they sent those police officers out there to be slaughtered.
Right.
Yep.
Kevin McCarthy with his finger on the pulse as usual. You know who's to blame for this? Adam Schiff, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you have Adam Schiff on this committee. Remember when he said, we have a whistleblower coming forward in the impeachment, and he didn't know who it was? And then later we found out the staff had met with him and coached him?
Mm-hmm. No.
Or remember when
you're
Adam
a liar.
Schiff changed the text on what Jim Jordan said? And remember this committee did the same thing to Jim Jordan?
Oh my God.
Or what about when he lied to the American public as chair of the Intel Committee?
Oh my God.
Saying the Hunter Biden whole article was Russia collusion?
Right.
Or remember when he said he had proof about the Russia collusion? And he put America through this?
Okay, I can't. This is the mainstream media's fault. Do you know how many lies he just did right there? You need to call him on each and every lie in real time.
That was Jesse Waters, not news.
I really can't. And I love the way that he thinks if he puts remember at the top of the sentence, that means the thing he's saying actually happened.
Right. Right.
Remember? Like, no, yeah, you remember when I won the lottery? Do you? Y'all remember that? Because I'd like to get my check. Remember? Remember how I won that lottery, y'all?
Oh my God.
Like,
I remember. I'm her friend. I remember.
I need.
And by the way,
she was there. She remembers.
every Trump story is the same. Yes, there was massive collusion with Russia, but there was so much obstruction they couldn't prove it to the criminal conspiracy as standard in the law. And so here we are again. Frangela, the big story this week is all of the other crimes on top of, again, the primary crime, which is always some form of treason, basically.
Yeah.
Some form of seditious conspiracy, some form of overthrowing the United States government. And here we go, right? Where now there's witness tampering and there's them paying lawyers to make sure they testify right. I mean, it's all illegal, and it's all like being piled on top of one another.
And being filmed.
Yes.
Documentary
And
crew.
there's files,
And
Angela.
now
I'm
that
sorry
guy-
to say there's files.
That guy's getting death threats just because he filmed because the Trumps asked him to.
They invited him in. I mean,
like vampires.
oh, Stephanie, you know we said it. We said it right after Trump was elected. As you all know, repeatedly, we called it. There will be files labeled crimes we committed while in office. But I didn't even know.
Everyone says it on Twitter.
Too much credit.
Oh my God, Frangela was right. Illegal? We did. There's a file that says illegal. We did.
Like, you could have told me that they were going to have a film crew there, though. I mean, I didn't think they were this stupid.
They're like, document our crimes. Go.
For
With video.
posterity, people will want to see how we stole this country. Like, they're just...
Oh my God. Yeah, it was supposed to be called the Trump Legacy Project. I'm like, prison legacy? Like, oh my God.
Well,
Okay.
this is my thing. If Merrick, let me tell you something about Merrick Garland. He needs to get stepping. Okay.
I mean,
Because I am so Veruga salty with you. I wake up going, why? What's going on, Merrick?
I think it's time for Frangela to roll up on Merrick Garland's office and say, it's time to roll.
Do you
Gotta
need
roll.
help? You need somebody to type?
Yeah.
What is
some
it?
backup judges.
You need a snack? We'll go ask Clarence to make some more pancakes. What do you need?
Merrick Garland, your backup and your black up. It's here. It's here. Let's go. Let's roll.
Whatever it takes.
Let's roll, man. Okay.